Hello students, welcome to Social Science with Shilpa. In today's class, we are going to study about the making of the Indian Constitution. So in the previous lecture, we have discussed why a constitution is important for a country. So in today's class, we'll study what all procedures were taken place or who all have contributed in the making of the constitution. And moreover, we will also study the challenges faced by the framers of the Indian constitution. So first of all, let us know about Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was a president of the Constituent Assembly. Now, what's a Constituent Assembly? I have already discussed in my previous module. So this Constituent Assembly, it held the meeting from December 1946. It was convened on that day, means it was started, it was formed with Dr. Rajendra Prasad was its president. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was also the first president of Free India. Next, let us talk about Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar or B.R. Ambedkar, popularly known as Baba Sahib. He was the chairman of the drafting committee. You can see from the picture here, his thought, life should be great rather than long. Means he believed in good deeds, deeds which may keep you live longer forever in the hearts of the people. In the next picture, you can see Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He's addressing the Constituent Assembly. All the members are sitting and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is addressing the meeting of the Constituent Assembly. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he who fought for the rights of the Dalits, of the untouchables, and his birthday falls on 14th April, which is also celebrated as Ambedkar Jayanti. Now, let's talk about the members of the Constituent Assembly. So, first of all, if I would say the members, initially there were 389 members in the Constituent Assembly because at that time India and Pakistan were one nation. But at the time of separation or partition of India and Pakistan, the number of the members of Constituent Assembly reduced to 299. So please remember, initially there were 389, but after partition, they remained 299. Then next, for how long did they meet? For how long did a discussion take place in the formation of the making or drafting of the constitution? So the first meeting was held on 9th of December 1946 and our constitution was finally drafted on 25th of November 1949. So for framing such the longest constitution of the world, it took around 165 days and it was conducted in 11 sessions when these members of Constituent Assembly, they assembled, they gathered, they came together to think over the policies and rules and regulations for the Free India. Next, say women are nowhere less. Similarly, in the constitution or the making of the constitution also. So there were 15 members who were women amongst all the members of Constituent Assembly. So here are a few, not all 15 have been shown in the picture, but yes, they have immensely contributed in the freedom struggle, pre-independence, post-independence, and during the formation of the Constitution. So I have covered 5 of these famous personalities. So one is the Durgabai Deshmukh, who was a freedom fighter, social worker, politician, also a member of Constituent Assembly, and she was also a member of Planning Commission. So we study about Planning Commission in class 8 only, but in the later chapters. Sarojini Naidu, popularly known as Nightingale of India, her birthday is celebrated as National Women's Day. Third, Rajkumari Amrit Kaur. Now she was a daughter of one of the kings of the independence time, and she played a very important role in the freedom struggle. Along with Gandhi ji, she had worked a lot, and she even became the first health minister of independent India. So next is Sucheta Kriplani, India's first women chief minister, who had contributed in the making of the constitution also. Next, S. Vijayalakshmi Pandit, a prominent person of the Constituent Assembly. Along with that, she made we people Indians so proud. She was the first lady to be the president of the United Nations General Assembly. So children, by reading about only these 5 women, our hearts are filled with so much of pride for all these people, all these great women. Similarly, there are 10 more women about whom I have not touched here, but yes, definitely I'm going to give you homework for that. So you have to collect 4 to 5 lines, study about them, know about them, share your information with your friends, families, and of course with me. So this was the role of Indian women in the formation of the constitution. Now coming to the men. In the first picture, we can see Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and with some eminent personalities, some members of the Constituent Assembly. Below, I have taken up 4 members of the Constituent Assembly. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, popularly known as Iron Man of India, the Home Minister of Independent India, first Home Minister of Free India, and the very well-known Statue of Unity, which have been the statue which is dedicated to to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel or Sardar Patel. Next is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, popularly known as Chacha Nehru. He loved children so much that his birthday is celebrated as Children's Day, 14th November every year. He was the first Prime Minister of Free India. Then Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, again a very prominent personality in the freedom struggle. He was the first Education Minister of Independent India. And his birthday is celebrated as National Education Day, 11th November. Fourth, we have C. Rajagopalachari, popularly known as Rajaji, who was the first Indian to be the Governor General of India, or we can say the last Governor General of Free India, and first Governor General of Free India. Next, we have the final constitution was ready on 26th November, handed over to Dr. Rajendra Prasad by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on 25th November 1949. So the day when it was approved is celebrated as National Law Day or Constitution Day in the Indian history. So every year we celebrate this day as Constitution Day, and this day is celebrated to mark the importance of Constitution in our life and also to recognize the contribution made by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, because he along with his team has tirelessly worked hard to get a constitution which may satisfy the need of the diverse population of India. So here I have just summed up all the slides which I have shared with you earlier. It's like a timeline. So in 1943, the demand was put forward for the Constituent Assembly. In 1946, Constituent Assembly was convened, it was formed, and then it took 2 years, 11 months and 17 days in the making of the Constitution, and finally it was approved on 26th November, which is celebrated as Constitution Day or National Law Day. And in 1950, on 26th January, it came into effect, which is celebrated as Republic Day. So next we have the challenges, because making the huge document was not a one-day task. It took 11 sessions, 165 days, 299 members assembled during those sessions to discuss all the positive and negatives of the draft. So while discussing, they had to keep few things in their mind. There were few challenges before them. First challenge was the diversity. Diversity in terms of language, religion, customs, traditions, practices, beliefs. Since India is a diverse nation, so there are different beliefs, different customs. So keeping all those beliefs, customs, traditions in the mind, they had to frame their plans and policies and rules and regulations to meet everyone's demand, to satisfy everyone's demand was a very big challenge, a major challenge in front of the framers. Next, another big challenge was the instability. Because as you all know, at the time of partition or pre-independence India, India was divided into among more than 500 princely states. So it was a very big challenge to integrate all those princely states into one nation. And secondly, millions of people, approximately 5 million people, they came to India from Pakistan side. They were homeless, they were jobless. So there was a lot of economical instability. Moreover, the Indians, those who were there in India, they were so much exploited by the British that there was a lot of poverty all around. So the main issue was to frame such plans and policies which may make India economically and politically stable. So the emphasis of the framer was on the role of people. We all know we are a democratic country. So here the role of people is very prominent, very vital in formation of the government. Second emphasis was on elimination of poverty. As I told in the previous slide, there was a lot of instability politically and economically. So the framers emphasized on such policies, such reforms, which may help in eliminating, in eradicating poverty through socio and economic reforms. Means making such reform which may uplift the society and may bring prosperity in the country. The third emphasis was on maintaining unity, to bring harmony among the people, among the diverse communities, along with that preserving everyone's dignity, everyone's individuality, not to harm anyone's dignity, but yes, along with that, building harmony and unity among the countrymen. Next, so these were three things which were emphasized by the framers while framing the Constitution. So your work for today, revise the topic taught and answer this one question. Three questions were discussed, given yesterday. So this is a fourth question. You can get the answer of this fourth question after listening to the video and after going through the notes which I have shared in the previous slides. And yes, one very important work which I want every one of you to do, I have given the name of all the 15 women who have contributed in the formation of the Constitution, in the making of our Indian Constitution. So out of these 15, you may choose any of the three eminent personalities, eminent women, and write 4 to 5 lines on their life or their contribution. You may paste or draw their pictures if possible. If no, then it's okay. But yes, I want everyone should know about their contribution, that how hard they have worked for making our Constitution. So thanks for watching. And if you liked my video, do share and subscribe, and also click the like button. And do subscribe my channel Social Science with Shilpa. And don't forget to give your valuable suggestions and comments in the description box. Your words always motivate me. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Take care.